Here, an article from Heat Street. I know people have had issues with Heat Street because it edited some articles from the editor in chief, Louis Mensch, and yeah, I'm not particularly fond of what she has done, basically calling Pepe a Nazi symbol. But overall, kind of like the site. And here, a little older article released a little over a week ago. Celebrity feminists actually make people care less about women's rights. And I think, before diving into this article, I think the reason for this is the so-called rich, entitled, who are the 1% of the 1% of the people in the world who are millionaires and have everything they have ever wanted, are going around saying women have it bad in the US or wherever it is, and it reeks of hypocrisy, saying all these things. And when women see this, they care about feminism less. That's my opinion on that. Celebrities like Lena Dunham and Emma Watson say they're making the world better by bringing ideas about women's rights to the masses. In the wake of Donald Trump's election, high-profile women like Jennifer Lawrence and Beyoncé have joined the crusade for female equality. Except for, see, when women like this, Jennifer Lawrence, who is the highest-paid actor, female actor, at least I think she was the highest paid actor last year, and Beyonce, perhaps the richest woman among the who in the music industry, and those are the two that are fighting for female equality, except for their much more equal, so to speak, compared to other men. So when I see this, these rich women and fighting for women's rights, it's totally retarded and reeks of entitlement, because they have everything in the world and they have nothing to complain about. Even the decidedly apolitical Taylor Swift says she considers herself a feminist. Well, to be honest, she was kind of pressured, and it doesn't really hurt her brand, so I don't really consider her a feminist. I know it's the No True Scotsman fella's name, but I think it was a political move from her side. Again, my opinion. But while these celebrity feminists, or feminists, as they're often called, might be breaking themselves feel important, they actually aren't helping. In fact, they may actually be hurting the cause of global women's rights, according to a new study. The research conducted by celebrity branding expert Jatir Sedev over the course of 2 years seems to show that while being a celebrity is a super on trend, especially for women who walk red carpets or tell jokes on stage, only 20% of North Americans and Europeans say they've had their eyes opened by someone like Dunham. 30% admitted that they might actually care less after hearing feminist talking points from someone like Swift. And that's if they buy a celebrity's feminist credentials at all. 80% told the branding agency that if a celebrity hasn't spoken about feminism before now, their credibility is seriously in question on the issue. And it's a high bar to earn trust. An affiliated study by the same agency showed that consumers are cynical. Even long-term humanitarian Angelina Jolie's commitment to her causes. Yeah, because it's virtue signaling, it's preaching, and it's basically looking down on people who haven't millions of dollars to help people with, and lots of free time. See, that's the issue here. These people are rich, they have lots of free time, and basically lecturing everyone else. Dunham and Patricia Arquette are the only stars on stage, I think, and screened to be considered credible feminists, possible because they're now mostly famous for being political activists. Actress Olivia Wilde, Swift model Gigi or Gigi Hadid, and even the UN's top feminist herself, Watson, were among the least credible ambassadors according to consumers. Gee, I wonder why. Because people are sick of these entitled women preaching to them and saying we have to do something. The problem, according to Sedev, is that feminism is increasingly seen as a way for young female celebrities to find relevance in social media world. Since you can make headlines for being feminist or really just saying you're a feminist, actresses, singers, and models use the word to garner attention. That's a consumers cheapens feminism and damages the cause's reputation as a whole. According to the study, celebrity involvement makes women's rights actually seem like a trivial matter. And I have a hypothesis on this. It's because they're bitching about like acting, where you get millions of dollars, need to show more women, even though basically all of Hollywood show have women in their movies or also in TV, but we have to show strong women and all this kind of crap with affirmative action, which is the smallest problem you can actually have in the world, where you, instead of getting a million, you get 900,000 or something like that because you're bad at negotiating. And you can see that normal people seem very jarred at this and saying this isn't a real issue because it doesn't help anyone except themselves, and they're basically looking out for themselves more than anything else. Let's continue, and that tunes people out of the message, even if there's a real need for women's rights activism on a global scale, which I agree with. There are developing nations and third world where women, poor women especially, need to be helped. Most of the over 6,000 consumers polls said that modern feminists could earn more credibility and if they incorporated experienced spokespeople like education crusader Malala Yousafzai or CEO Sheryl Sandberg. Feminists out, real feminists in. Well, that's no true Scotsman. I think in general, feminism is applied to Western society because all everything feminism has achieved or set out to do has been achieved. Instead of bitching about non-issues, you should try to help people who really need it. Those are my thoughts. As always, thank you guys for watching. And